On that note, I'm delighted to introduce to you the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Tony Abbott, to address the meeting. Thank you, Tony.
Well, Greg, thank you so much. It is terrific to be here amongst the forest industry yet again. I was here in March of last year. It's good to be here again in March of this year. And I assured you last year, when I was lucky enough to address you, that for the first time in years you could come to this Parliament and feel that you were in friendly territory. And my colleagues don't always back me up when I make statements like that. But I must have said something right when I was here last year, because since that dinner last year, for the first time, we now have a Parliamentary Friends of Forestry. And I understand that Tony Passon and Joel Fitzgibbon have addressed you earlier this evening. But why shouldn't there be a Parliamentary Friends of Forestry? Because you are a splendid industry. You are the kind of industry that we want to ensure has a bright and brilliant future. Because the point that I tried to make last year, and I want to make again this year, is that you are the original conservationists. You see a forest and you see a thing of beauty, but not just something of beauty. You see something which can be very useful to humanity. But if there is one group of people that want to sustain and preserve our forests, want to conserve our forests for the future, it's the people who make a living from them. So I regard you as the ultimate conservationists. I regard you as people who are friends of our environment. And the great thing about your products is that they are renewable. As your chairman has just pointed out, in a world which is carbon constrained, in a world which is at times running out of resources, your resource is infinitely renewable. So this is a great industry. It really is a great industry. This is a sunrise industry. It certainly should be a sunrise industry, not a sunset one. And I am advised that since 2013, the numbers employed in this industry right around Australia have gone up by about 10,000. So it's not just me saying that you are an industry with a big future. It seems that you yourselves think that this industry has turned a corner and now has a great future, as well as a distinguished and historic past. A lot's changed since last year. The carbon tax has gone, and that should certainly be helping your industry. This time last year we had the free trade agreement with Korea finalised, but since then we've got the free trade agreement with Japan and the free trade agreement with China finalised, and that should improve your export markets, and at the same time the dollar is at a much more realistic and much more competitive level, so that should help your export opportunities while at the same time making you more competitive in the Australian market. So a lot is going right for this industry. You've had a lot of speeches this evening, and so I don't want to add to the talk with a long address. I do want to say, though, that this is a government which wants to do the right thing by your industry. Richard Colbeck, the Parliamentary Secretary, is a huge fan of forestry. Barnaby Joyce, the Minister, is a huge fan of forestry. I spent a lot of my time in the forests of Australia as a member of the Davidson Rural Fire Brigade. I'm not against the use of the traditional methods to reduce fuel loads in our forests, but I am pleased to announce tonight that the government will commit $1.5 million towards mechanical fuel load reduction trials. Because what we want to do is to ensure that your industry has the best possible chance of expansion, that your industry has the best possible chance to grow, and that all of the various opportunities, all of the various challenges that you face can be dealt with as comprehensively as possible. So that's our pledge. That's our pledge, to do everything we reasonably can to ensure that every year you're able to come up to Parliament House in larger numbers, in greater prosperity, and very well respected by this country that you serve so well. Thank you so much.